welcome back. We're in the final round of the tournament, and what a, I should say the final round of today's tournament match has been what a bunch of crazy matches we've had for those games today. Susie, in case you're wondering where she is backstage doing an interview real fast. She'll be back here soon, so do not worry. All right, so we got now sAviOr versus Great. Now, of course, everybody knows who sAviOr is. If you don't, hopefully nobody's around there so you don't have to feel embarrassed. sAviOr is a former best player in the world. He just won BlizzCon, making a lot of people think that he's now out of his slump. And there he is now, nicknamed the Maestro for his ability to control his entire army like a conductor controlling a symphony. He is a very powerful player, and he just won BlizzCon in the finals against not a really impressive games, I gotta say. Now, he's going to be facing off against Great. Now, make no mistake, Great is very, very good. He's certainly not as well known, but he is an up-and-coming top Zerg player who has been doing quite well. We had some excellent games with him in last season of Golem TV, Season 1 at the Classic here. So I think this could be very interesting. We're basically going to have the new versus the old here. And with that being said, what two better players to have that with? sAviOr got to be feeling good now that he's won BlizzCon. That makes such a big difference. BlizzCon is a very sought-after win in the international and Korean scene here. It's just a real accomplishment, and Great knows that. Here's Great right now from Samsung Khan. He is a guy who has really shown that he has quite a good understanding of strategy here, as well as macro management. Now, StarCraft, I should say Zerg versus Zerg is a matchup that really requires very intense micromanagement, being able to micro your units perfectly, as well as understand the psychology of the matchup. So we're going to have to see if he's going to be good enough to take on sAviOr. He, of course, is not seeded here, so that can be kind of tough for him. He has already hacked his way through two previous opponents. We just saw him posted there. And he's getting ready to face his third opponent over here, sAviOr Ma Jae-yoon, the Maestro. All right, well, and I'm sure you've already noticed this. We've had really short games here today. The Terran versus Terran was short. The Terran versus Zerg was actually the longest series we had. That's certainly a plausible thing, but still I'm surprised. A very short Terran versus Terran. The Protoss versus Protosses were done before we knew it. And, Zerg versus Zerg does not go on for very long, hardly ever. Almost never, really. And that's just the way the matchup works. Zerg vs. Zerg is the matchup that has the least amount of experimental things you can do. We pretty much know it's going to be Zerglings and Utilisks. There's really nothing else you can do about it. People used to try to go, Hydras. They do a fast expand, try to go mass Hydras, but Utilisks with counterattack into your main is just too good. So there's just not a whole lot you can do about it. Will sAviOr destroy everyone? And here he is at the bottom left. We're going to see what he's made of in a little bit. And by the way, welcome Susie back. She is
back.
Here now. Welcome back, Susie.
Thanks.
How did the interview go?
The interview went pretty well, actually. Pretty is a fun guy to talk with.
That's good. That's excellent. Because I know sometimes we interview these guys and their answers are very generic.
They have no personality.
I will train harder and I will do better next time.
All right, well, I'm just letting you know that if sAviOr wins this game, just like we did with Boxer, he will be here. We will have a live interview with the Maestro himself.
That is going to be baller, and that means that I am going to sneak out of here. If sAviOr wins, he's going to take my seat. He's going to take the tasteless throne. And he will then do a nice little interview with Susie. Maybe he'll speak some more English. His English is really not that bad.
Yeah?
I'm serious. We've actually had conversations in English going for quite a while. Half English, half Korean. But
oh, there he is.
There he is. Look at that. That's the face of a killer.
Of a destroyer.
Seriously, I think it's going to be tough. A lot of pressure on Great. Great did pretty well, though, last season. taking out a lot of good people. So I don't know how intimidated he's going to be by sAviOr. If anything, I think Great is thinking, man, if I can beat this guy, I mean, this is going to be a big... I'm trying to think of the best way to say it. It's going to be really good for his career.
Okay, well, I'm not sure. Did you read any of my stats here on my notes?
No, I had not read off any. Go ahead.
Well,
I was
just
saving
wanted
them
to
for
let
you.
know. Thank you. I do go through quite a bit of time trying to gather all this stuff for you guys. Great is Khan's new face of Zerg. So this guy, like you said, up and rising, coming star. In the Shinhan Pro League, he's at 2 wins, 0 losses. His win rate versus Zerg is 4-0. So he's on a 4-game winning streak versus Zerg right now. Hopefully, sAviOr will be the one to either destroy that or...
Yeah, or boost his career even more. So clearly Great's got some good ZVZ abilities. Both players, by the way, are doing identical build orders. The pool of the gas is up. They're going to get the layer. The hatchery goes down next. These are pretty safe builds. Now, Zerg vs. Zerg in a way works a lot like rock, paper, scissors. And it's obviously nowhere near as simple as that. But, if you get your pool first and your opponent ends up getting a hatchery, first in a pool really late, you can lose the game right away. However, if you hold off the Ling Rush, then you're going to win the game. You can't get a lot of workers in this matchup because the action starts up pretty soon, and of course you produce units from the same location, the larva, which comes from the hatchery. So, looks like we're going to see some Zergling pressure here.
Okay. Did you mention anything about sAviOr and his charity auction T-shirt?
No, I did not actually know about that. What is that?
You don't know? Okay,
I didn't know about that.
Of all of our communities, Team Liquid had a charity auction where they got 4 CJ and his players to sign a T-shirt, and we put it up, and all the money that we earned from that actually goes to childsplay.org. It's an organization for gaming companies to be able to donate money towards poor children who are, just...
people who can't afford a PlayStation 3,
exactly. Something like
Somebody
that.
has to help them.
It's a charity. They need to play StarCraft, and they couldn't. But yeah, so, and sAviOr's shirt of the 4, sAviOr's shirt actually sold for $520 US.
Damn. That's excellent.
We love charity.
Hey, seriously, you sold a shirt for $500? I should start selling my shirts, man. Maybe I can make some extra money here, man.
Dude, it's not for you, though. It's for charity.
Well, I have some plans now that we've had this conversation. No, seriously, though, going back to this game, because this game's actually, the action's already picking up. Looks like a Great maybe trying to go for a Ling Buster. He already has Ling Speed. And then, again, I want to reiterate, this game is going to go very, very fast. The action's already picking up. Meanwhile, the Spire is about more than halfway done here for both players, actually. However, there's a possibility that one player may try to get just way too many Zerglings and try to run over his opponent while he's trying to tech to those Mutalisks. And, this could be bad. sAviOr is going to try to possibly go around here, or at least he's checking for a possible back attack here. Meanwhile, Great is moving down now. Both players hovering over each other. They know exactly what the other player's doing. They're going to have to pull Overlords back here pretty soon. Second extractor goes up for both of them. These guys, it's like looking in the mirror right now. Look at the unit count here, though. Great does have one extra drone, while sAviOr focusing just a little bit more on Zerglings. Great, however, certainly has less Vespian gas, which means there's certainly more Mutalisks on the way for Great right now. sAviOr is not. Well, you see sAviOr's gas starting to go down right now. And all of a sudden, look at this. sAviOr is going to go for the mass Ling move here, getting a bunch of Zerglings out here, making it look like he was going to go for Mutalisks and then not doing that. Bam, there are the Mutalisks out here now. But they're going to get this hatchery. This is going to be bad news for Great. The Zerglings escaped. It was a tough decision, but sAviOr made the right choice. Now he has to hold off the counterattack. Losing the hatchery like that, that's bad news. Where's the Panda Bear guy in this? I haven't seen him in a while. All right, looks like another Muta is going to come out here. He has to hold this up. Going to move the Zerglings up to the high ground. It's going to come down to the Muta Micro over here. No, but it looks like he just missed Micro on the ground with the Zerglings. These Lings could go ahead and take out some drones. No, going to go for the extractor. They back up. Yun is out now. He has backed those units off. 2 sets of scourge here for both players. Oh, man, this is an action-packed game. I love ZVZ. All right, so he's got the mutas out now. He's got to be careful. Got to use that patrol micro. And look at them, both microing back and forth so well. Now, every second that hatchery has not been rebuilt. I know it's reconstructing, but it's not finished yet. Oh, nice micro again. That means that the Great is going to be behind in the unit count. But you can see sAviOr is rapidly getting ahead of his opponent. And, of course, Great can only produce from 1 hatchery, which means he's only going to have half the units here. So what Great is trying to do right now, he's trying to pick a fight. He's trying to see, he's going to say, all right, I got to win this with micro. It's got to be now or never. He's going to go in here. Bam, but nice scourge split there. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though, for sAviOr. sAviOr does appear to be up 4 and 4 and 4. 4 and 3 now. sAviOr barely ahead right now. And more mutalisks for sAviOr should be coming out right now. Oh, only 2 now for Great. Only 1. GG.
GG.
Bam. sAviOr will destroy you. He will eat your babies. This guy is good. Great knows that.
Yeah, he does.
Great can feel that. That was a quick win. Basically, he just made it look like he was going to make a whole bunch of mutalisks, then cranked out about 6 or 7 extra Zerglings, rushed in there. While the mutalisks were building, he took out the hatchery, retreated. All sAviOr had to do from there was focus and stay cool, and he did just that. Well done, Yun.
Focusing there. You can see.
He's harnessing his powers right now. And we're going to go into game 2 here in a little bit. Wow. He's quite good.
He is.
He's certainly riding that wave from BlizzCon.
He is. I'm assuming while I was gone, you were talking about how you knew him at BlizzCon. I actually got to meet him last year at WCG 2007 in Seattle. I got to talk with him a little bit then, where he won the bronze there.
Yeah. He's quite an accomplished player.
He is. Oh no, he is, and he's actually a really nice guy. Like he'll sit around and talk. Yep.
When I was at WWI, he was probably the most popular. Him and C actually, because they were just so social. You know, people could go up and talk to him, and they would, yeah. You get it.
Yeah, I do. And I remember talking with Nal Ra last year sometime, and he said, the older players tend to put their guard down a bit, like the ones who are more accomplished, because they understand that it's not all about just the game. It's actually better to, mingle with your fans. So a lot of the younger players actually won't do that because they, I guess, either are too shy or they just feel like they're not supposed to, or they might get in trouble by their coach or something. But I mean, C and sAviOr are both upstanding guys. They're quite funny. Their English is actually pretty good. I know C's English is really good.
Yeah. C's English is quite good too. Actually, they're a lot of fun. Okay, they both joined the game now.
Okay, great.
So I think we're going to get this started any second now. Another one-on-one map, another Zerg vs. Zerg. Is sAviOr going to pull through with it? We're going to find out in just a minute.
Oh, look, sAviOr is saying how his hands are cold. Oh no.
We say that in a game.
I think they're going to start.
Hopefully you can heat him up. Get ready for the next game.